Hey everybody, French here with REIClub.com, the only site you'll need as a real estate investor. Today's quick video, we're going to talk about some popular real estate investing strategies. So in my position, I get asked a lot of the times, Frank, what's the most popular real estate investment niche? Or where can I make the most money? If I'm starting out, where do I begin? Probably one of the biggest questions I hear is, if I don't have any money or not so great credit, can I still invest in real estate? Guys, I'm trying to tell you, there's a lot of options out there. Real estate, not just flipping real estate. So what I've done is use this video to create some popular niches to help get you started, okay? And they do vary by difficulty and profit. I have a lot to cover, so I'm going to go through each one rather briefly. The first one we're going to talk about is wholesaling, also known as flipping real estate, okay? Now, wholesaling is a strategy in which an investor places a property under contract and then finds a buyer who is willing to pay more for that property than the investor agreed. Now, and then they flip that property or assigns that contract to an end buyer, okay? That's one option. Another option for you is lease options. In a lease option, a property owner actually leases the property to a tenant who also has the option to purchase at a specified price anytime during a specified time period. Now, as a buyer, this strategy allows you to control the property without having to get a loan. Now, if you own property you're trying to sell, this allows you to profit from a much larger pool of potential tenants and buyers, okay? Another option for you guys is subject tos. Now, when you take over a property subject to the existing loan, what you're doing is you're actually taking over the deed to the property, but you do not assume the loan. The loan actually stays in the original homeowner's name, but you now control the property and then you actually make the mortgage payments, okay, for them. Next option, guys, are HUD Homes. A HUD property is a property taken over by the Department of Housing and Urban Development after a default on an FHA loan. Now, these homes are usually sold through an electronic auction to the highest bidder. And you can actually find these properties on the HUD.gov site or through the MLS, okay? Another option for you guys is the tax lien and tax lien sales. Now, a tax lien is pretty much an IOU imposed by federal or state law to secure a payment of taxes that has not yet been paid. As an investor, you actually purchase these liens and make money from the interest or become the new homeowner if by any chance you were not paid back in the given time. A tax sale is actually where a property is auctioned off by the city to investors in order to pay off any remaining debt on the property. And this is usually done at a discount, okay? Another option for you guys is probate investing. Now, this is if someone who owns real estate dies without having a will or a trust that dictates what happens to that property. Then the heirs actually may be willing to sell this real estate over to an investor, which could be you. Next option for you guys, we've all heard, is short sales. Now, a short sale is when the loan amount owed on a property exceeds the actual worth of the property, and then the lender is actually willing to sell the property at a discount to reduce their losses. Another option for you guys are REOs. Now, when a bank forecloses on a homeowner who has not yet paid or who is behind on their mortgage payments, the bank actually ends up owning the property. That's where real estate owned or REO comes from. And then they have the option to sell it over to an investor or another home buyer, okay? And these properties are usually sold at a discount as well. Another option for you guys is rehabbing, also known as fix and flip, or you can also turn these into rental properties. Now, rehabbing is when an investor buys a distressed property, fixes the property up, and either sells it at market value, or if there are by any chance they can't sell it, as an exit strategy, they'll decide to rent it out. Now, rental properties are also known as buy and holds, and there are investors out there who do this specifically. It's when you purchase real estate at the keep as a rental property, and you actually make your money from monthly cash flow, tax benefits, and the appreciation of the property when you sell it. It's just really a great way to build equity, okay? Now, another option, guys, probably the last one we're going to talk about, is commercial real estate. This includes apartments, self-storage, mobile home parks, retail centers, office buildings. Now, as an investor, you're going to be making money from your monthly cash flow and through the appreciation. It's really a lot like residential, just on a much larger scale, and it does require a bit more experience and savvy in the industry. So it's not really just a great fit for newer investors or beginners, okay? Now, understand, guys, that real estate investing is very, very versatile. There isn't just one way of doing a deal right. So the more educated you are on your various options, the greater likelihood you're going to make it big in real estate. Now, what I have listed is really just a brief definition of some of the many of the options you have as a real estate investor. Now, I barely scratched the surface of some of the more popular real estate investment strategies, so I do encourage you to go ahead and check out our YouTube channel, where we do have individual videos explaining a lot of these niches in further detail, okay? So we encourage you to check it out and learn as much as you can. And if you have any questions, feel free to let us know in the comments section below. As usual, guys, thank you so much. This is Frank Chen with REIClub.com, bringing you another video. Do me a favor, do leave comments about what you thought about the video. Click the like button because it really does help us out. But more importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep you informed, and brand new videos are posted every week. As usual, guys, thank you so much for your time. I do look forward to talking to you next week. Take care, good investing, bye-bye.